Hello, welcome to Art Mat, and today we're going to talk about why it's so much better to paint slow. And when I say paint slow, I mean make fewer paintings. But nowadays, from personal experience, this is so hard to do. Because there's not only Instagram with everyone just printing out paintings, but there's also your family always telling you, when is the painting going to be done? Like, you've been working on it for 6 months. When? And there's your friends that are in other careers who are just printing out assignments like however many a week, and when you meet up and they ask you, did you do, how is the painting going? And you're like, well, I'm still working on the same one. This is such a frustrating thing, but it happens all the time. And what artists end up doing is kind of folding to the pressure. But from personal experience, outside of a school setting, it never worked out for me. Because once you've painted something well, and have figured out how to paint it, and have done a couple paintings in that style, that is all you actually need. As an artist, as a viewer, I don't need to have a ton of the same paintings by an artist. There are artists, and I knew that they were amazing master painters, just because they managed to paint just one really, really good painting. I didn't need their whole portfolio, 20 years of retrospective show, to know that they were good. All I needed was just one painting. And once I understood that, I knew that there was no rush. As long as my finances don't depend on my painting. As long as I kept those two things separate, I could take all the time in the world to paint. To understand conceptually, like from a personal kind of life story, what I am painting about, to understand the material, the technique, to better the skill, like how long does it take to how long does it take to learn to paint realistically? To be good, maybe 10 years. And I understood that actually there is no need to rush. Because my only job as a painter is to make just one good painting. And to me, to be a very high-level contemporary modern master painter, a painting that is well done enough to belong in an art history book. Like, you only need one. So what is the rush? What is the rush in taking a lot of time, materials, brain power, whatever, just time and resources to make 200 so small works, or just small repetitive paintings? Even if you're selling them, what is the point in taking all of that time when you can just paint slow and make one really memorable painting that basically says it all? And now someone asks me, oh, you're still working on the same painting? You've been working on that for 6 months? Yeah, I've been working on it for 6 months. And I may work on it for 6 years. But in the end, does that actually matter, the amount of time that I spend working on it? If the painting turns out good, to me at this point, doesn't matter. Because the master painters that I look at, that are in art history books, they may only have 5, 6, 10 good paintings over their lifetime. And that's all it takes. And those 5 to 10 paintings, I don't know, 20 of them, are so valued. Like, collectors are just fighting over them with like millions and millions over such a small body of work. But that body of work is really, really good. So now I don't hear anyone. I don't care what anyone's working on, how many things they're making. I don't care. Because I have set the goal higher for myself as a painter. And sometimes it is that simple. I would rather be remembered for one amazing painting over a lifetime than to have spent my life toiling away on a bunch of insignificant crap that doesn't mean anything. A bunch of non-memorable little doodles. But you know, for those doodles, people did say, oh yeah, you were really productive. You made so much junk. This is like next level of minimalism. Just make smaller quantity of works with all the time you need and enjoy the process, enjoy the research, make sure it's challenging. Just make fewer works, but works of serious quality. And let all the small fry, as Marie Kondo called it, just not even have a place in your life, because it's a waste of time. And I think time is a lot more of a valuable resource in a painter's life than the praise of others and having to report to people who are asking the same question to everyone. Did you write this? How's the next product coming along? Did you make a painting? It wasn't even personal. They actually don't care about how many paintings you made. It's just a conversation starter that they're asking all the rest of their colleagues. So I think as a painter, as a serious painter, because some people do it for a hobby and that's great and that's wonderful and just be happy with a hobby. But for people who are serious oil painters, who have made it their career, and who really truly love painting from a historical, a social, a material, a conceptual point, who love painting as a medium, as a way of storytelling, as part of our human history, who love painting on that deep of a level and want to actually contribute to the long lineage of other painters who have come before them. You just gotta slow down. Look at that, even Kit Kat agrees. There is no rush in making a good painting.